So I grew up in a family where alcohol was very common. When my parents divorced, I was about 10 or 11 years old. Whiskey here and there, some beers every night. Let me tell you my story. Folks, I hope you're doing amazing. My name's Chandler. Thanks for watching this video. If you decide that it's helpful for you, please hit the like, subscribe button, and turn those notifications on. I am going to be posting more videos more frequently. This video today, I'm going to go ahead and be open and transparent about my struggles with alcohol. Now, I want to give a disclaimer that I'm not a professional. I'm not here to make a decision on whether you should or shouldn't drink. I'm just wanting to give you a little bit of insight about me, about my struggles with it, and why I try to keep things under control. I'm not 100% sober. I do enjoy drinking, but with that being said, let me tell you my story. So I grew up in a family where alcohol was very common. It was at every gathering. It was a daily thing for some people in my family, except for my mom. Until I was about the age of 10 or 11, my parents divorced, and my mom went off the deep end. Her drinking got entirely out of control, from losing jobs to just completely going in a downhill spiral. As a young kid, I always told myself, look, I'm never gonna drink. I don't want to end up like that. I don't even want to risk it. But like a lot of us, I grew up to make my own decisions, hanging around certain people, making my own decisions, having other things influence me, and I started drinking at a young age. Things to me started off with I'm just gonna have a drink, party a little bit, and before I knew it, drinking was not only a big part of my family's life, but now a big part of my life, and was factoring into the decisions that I made, the places that I went, the things that I did or didn't do. When my parents divorced, I was about 10 or 11 years old, and I lived with my mom up until my sophomore year of high school, and things got so bad, out of control with my mother, that I went back to live with my dad. By the time I graduated high school, I had moved out on my own. This is kind of where alcohol, I think I noticed, and especially looking back now, I noticed that it had become a problem for me. So I'm 18, just graduated high school, got a job serving tables at Outback Steakhouse. I've got my own place, super cheap rent. What do? I start throwing parties. I have all these people that are coming over. They truly don't have my best interest at heart, and I can't blame them. They're just there to have a good time, and that's what I wanted to do, was provide people with a good time. That's probably the next 3 to 5 years of my life, from the age of 18 till about 22. And then I moved down to the coast with my aunt and uncle. My uncle's a retired Marine, and I started hanging around him. He has a good, disciplined lifestyle, takes good care of himself. My aunt, same thing for her. That's when I started considering, hey, maybe I should join the military, kind of get a fresh start on my life, have some direction, get something going. Fast forward to 2017, I'm 23 years old, and I enlist in the Air Force. I go to San Antonio for 8.5 weeks of basic training, and then I go to Shepherd Air Force Base for about 5 or 6 months of technical training to learn my job. So I finished my technical training in Texas, and I get orders to Okinawa, Japan. I am super excited, pumped about it. I get to Japan, I start partying hard out there, living life. I'm working hard, playing hard. But before I know it, I find myself in a slump again. This is 2018. We move into 2019. I'm in a relationship with a girl who I cared about, and she really cared about me too. I was still drinking a lot. I had no business being in the relationship that I was in. It wasn't fair to her how I was partying and not taking good care of myself. And with me not being able to take care of myself, I was not able to be present like I should in that relationship. That went to the trash because of me, and mainly because of my drinking. That's when I kind of realized, hey, this is a problem. But the problem doesn't stop there. I keep drinking, doing my thing, going to the beach all the time, partying, going out to clubs. And then I get orders to Cannon Air Force Base in New Mexico. This is the summer of 2020, right in the middle of COVID when I got to New Mexico. I see this as a new, fresh start. I'm running a lot, I'm exercising, and I feel like, hey, I'm gonna crush this. I'm gonna turn the page here, and I'm gonna leave these days of bad decisions behind. I'm enjoying myself, really, really loving the unit that I'm assigned to, but I'm still drinking whiskey here and there, some beers every night. Before I know it, I find myself, I'm like, damn, I'm back in the same slump again. Like, alcohol is starting to take control of the decisions that I'm making, the places that I'm going, me not exercising now. I'm falling off. I'm letting myself slip. Now, you hearing this, you might feel like there is some similarities in your relationship with alcohol as to my relationship with alcohol. So I'm letting you know you're not the only one. It is difficult. It's only been till recently since I've really started to understand what it does to me, how it affects me, and why I want to drink in the first place. You may be one of those people that feels like you have a far higher potential, like there are things that are in your way, and it may very well be alcohol. I'm here to let you know that for me, it has been. It has certainly been a problem, and maybe not a problem that has gotten me put in jail, made me lose my job, but it's been a problem that has blocked some of the greatest things that could have happened to me already from happening. And I want to help you reach your full potential. That's why I made this video, to be open, honest, and transparent about what it's like being a young person that comes from a family of addiction and substance abuse, ending up on that same path when you said that you wouldn't. If you have any questions to ask me, maybe I'm able to give you some advice. Like I said, I'm not a professional, but I do know from experience the ups and downs that alcohol can bring into your life. And ultimately, for me, looking at it and being honest, I believe that it's taken more than it's given to my life. And that's why I'm trying to do a better job at controlling my urges to drink. And when I do drink, trying to not get so carried away with it. You say things that you don't mean. You act like an entirely different person around people that care about you, or maybe even people that don't care about you. That's probably the worst, if we're being honest. I hope you're doing well. Stay strong. Let's be healthy.